Welcome, welcome, welcome. What do we have here? It's week one of the NFL season. Obviously, we had some games. We had a game that was very exciting on Thursday night, but we're here. It's Sunday. It's NFL Sunday. Hurrah! I got my Broncos shirt on. Woo! Go Broncos! Good job. I am your host, Spartanzilla. Other people know me as Afo Adakwa, proprietor of Zilla Sports Network. So for you new finding the stream, welcome aboard. We go over a variety of sports, NFL obviously being the big dog. So we go and do this every week. Today's show is called Sunday Sugar, maiden voyage of the ZSN team, around the DFS space. We've been around as Zilla Sports Network for about a year. And so we're happy to have a lot of members and whatnot. This is kind of free content. We have some content behind the paywall, all sorts of stuff, talking about all sorts of sports. We talked, college football yesterday. We're talking the NFL today. Again, I really appreciate you all watching, tuning in, listening to me bloviate about sports. And we're hopeful the advice we give you here for Sunday Sugar is profitable if you're wagering. Again, wager responsibly. Don't bet the mortgage. This is all fun, entertainment. Just please do that. But that being said, we know a lot of people love the NFL. ZSN, we try to provide content, fun, different ways of looking at playing both DFS and sports betting and all that kind of good stuff. So again, for those that want, after you watch this video and you're like, "Ooh, cool," like and subscribe at the bottom. That would be good. Also, follow me at ZillaSportsNetwork.com. That's the main page for all activities happening with ZSN. If you're so inclined, subscribe for a mere $9.99 a month. You get access behind the scenes to all the stuff we talk about with college football, with the NFL. When NBA rolls up here in about a month, we've got some tools for that. Very, very inexpensive. Less than 2 coffees at Starbucks, $9.99 a month. Or if you just want to be done with it for the year, it's only $99.99. So with that being said, let's get into the slate. NFL is back. Hurrah! Be watching some games, doing some stuff today. We'll go over 3 games. The show format will take you through 3 games, give you some of the DFS perspective, also give you, a little smidgen of where we're thinking from a line perspective and sports betting perspective, and then answer questions in the live chat if people have those. So, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's get rolling. First game is the big game. We'll start up top. We won't bury the lead. We'll start up top. Very good rematch of last year's playoff matchup. Cleveland Browns going to Arrowhead to take on my guy, Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs. Even though I'm a Broncos guy, game recognizes game. I respect Pat Mahomes. Very good talent. Cleveland and KC, total in this one, 54.5. KC, 5-point favorites. From a DFS perspective, this is going to be a very popular game, right? Like, you're going to have, everyone on Mahomes and Hill and Kelsey, and with due cause. And again, based on how you're building your DFS lineup, you may find your way to Mahomes and Hill, especially on a site like DraftKings where they have so mispriced players, guys like Kyle Pitts and Elijah Moore and Terrace Marshall. All those guys are kind of underpriced because they were priced so early, in the summer. So you can find your way to Mahomes and Hill potentially in this game. But the flip side would be Cleveland's in this one too. And I don't mind Baker Mayfield today, Jarvis Landry, even OBJ coming back, Mr. Beckham Jr., Hunt and Chubb. So a lot of pieces in this game. I will say it's going to be popular. So it's not my favorite game, but it's a game a lot of people are going to be watching. I think it's a CBS game tonight, this afternoon. So a good one to watch. Again, the pieces, as I mentioned, Mahomes, Hill, Kelsey, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, potentially Nicole Hardman kind of stepping that role Sammy Watkins left. Chubb, Hunt, Mayfield, Beckham, Landry. You know the suspects. You got it. I mean, I'm not going to tell you anything you don't know about those 2 teams. So fire away there, mix and match. Just understand it'll be popular and won't be all that unique, in the sense of rostering players for that for DFS purposes. On the sports betting side, KC -5. I may be drinking some of the Kool-Aid, maybe up in this upper Midwest water. I'm thinking Cleveland's going to keep this one competitive, so I don't really want to touch that. KC as a favorite with 5 points. I mean, they could easily win by 14, or it could be a field goal game. So I don't want to touch that. But I will tell you points will be scored. So I'm all over the over in this. Give me the over that total of 54.5. Definitely think it's going over that. It'll be a fun game to watch. Some offense, fireworks. Because I think Kansas City, even getting Tyrann Mathieu back, probably not where they need to be, structurally on the defensive side. All right. Let's move it on to a game I really, 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 that was 3 reallys, really think is going to be good from a DFS perspective. People are not going to be on this game. I've been watching this one for about 2 weeks, just trying to think about different ways to attack this. And that's the New Jersey. Well, I mean, they're playing New Jersey, but the New York Jets going up against the Carolina Panthers. Carolina's a 3.5-point favorite in this one. The total is 45 in this one. So this is a Sam Darnold revenge tour. The Jets threw him to the side for Zach Wilson, Mr. BYU there, and going in a different direction. I don't want to play narrative street, right? This is purely, trying to use math and try to use your thought process around making good decisions from a sports betting standpoint and a DFS standpoint. So not playing the revenge narrative, I just think it's a good matchup for Sam Darnold going up against the Jets. Secondary doesn't really scare me, right? They've long since lost Jamal Adams. So if I look at Carolina from a DFS perspective and the way they're priced, give me all day Sam Darnold, Christian McCaffrey, even though he's priced up. If you pair him with Darnold and Terrace Marshall, who's a free square on today's slate, and then DJ Moore, I mean, you can stack up every which way Carolina. Really think they're set. With Joe Brady down there, Matt Rule. I mean, this is an offense that we look a month from now, they're going to be priced differently. You know what I mean? I think they're going to be priced differently about a month from now. So get in while you can with Carolina. Really like them as a stack that people are not going to use. I think on the Jet side, there's usable pieces. Zach Wilson, not my favorite. I've got probably about 10 quarterbacks ahead of him. But, he's a piece, but I think you really are trying to get too cute maybe using Zach Wilson. I do like Elijah Moore, free square on the slate, just mispriced for what he's going to be with the injuries in the receiving core. So Elijah Moore, really productive in college, really good play for you in the DFS landscape today. Denzel Mims back there is probably the number 1 receiver and is usable. The 2 running backs that they have a committee, with Coleman and Carter, both of them set to probably, get, 50-50 timeshare, maybe 60-40, maybe in Coleman's favor. But I don't mind either one of those running backs in the Jets backfield. So sneaky game from the betting side, Carolina 3.5. I like that. Carolina, go ahead and I think we'll cover that 3.5. And the big one I like here is a total 45. I think it's going over the total 45. There'll be some points scored in this one. McCaffrey's back, loving the Panthers offensively here. So on the betting side, let's go Carolina to cover the 3.5, and let's go over the total 45. We talked about the DFS plays, Darnold, CMC, DJ Moore, Marshall. The Jet side, probably Elijah Moore and Michael Carter and Mims are probably my Jets players. Okay, third, and today's not going to be the final game. It's going to be my third game. It's going to be the final game. Because I'm gonna give you a little extra Sunday sugar. I got my coffee here, right? I don't put that much sugar in it. A little sugar in there. I'm gonna give you some Sunday sugar today. After we get past this next game, another one that's gonna be popular, fun to watch. Kind of the darling pick in the AFC. The Buffalo Bills are hosting one of the stalwarts in the NFL, right? They have a big fan base, probably only second to the Cowboys. That's the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh going into Buffalo. Buffalo is almost a touchdown favorite. They are 6-point favorites at home. The prevailing pick, right, that they got so close last year. A lot of people think that they're going to, win 14, 15 games this season and be right there at the end. And I kind of agree with that. Total in this one is 48 as well. Let's go into the DFS side. Pittsburgh had a lot of usable pieces, right? Big Ben is probably a swan song. not so much on him, but I actually like some of the offensive weapons around him from a DFS perspective. On a place like DraftKings, Deontay Johnson, hugely impactful to use. Najee Harris. I read a piece. Might be the guys at 1 week season. We're talking about this. Maybe at Roto Grinders, but I think I concur with this. If you told us, let's say 4 years ago, that you'd get my guy Le'Veon Bell at 6,300 on DraftKings, and you could get him at maybe 15% ownership, you would run to the ticket window and play that. Najee Harris is going to have some similar style role to Bell in this offense. He's only 6,300. You got to play him because, again, his price is going to go up as the season progresses. So Najee, Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, and then Pat Freiermuth, the Penn State star. Saw him really perform well in preseason. Big Ben loves those tight ends, targets. Got the young guy there. Really like him, not only today, but in your season long. Pat Freiermuth, a big one for me. So Pittsburgh, a lot of usable pieces. Don't think you got to play Big Ben. I think you play the pieces around him and go from there. Buffalo Bills, right? Josh Allen, the Wonder Boy, getting good odds on him to win the MVP. Potential for him to do that. He's very usable. He's at a high salary. He's going to be popular, upwards of about 20%, just because, again, he's getting all the buzz, the whatnot. So you have to plan accordingly, right? There's other plots. We talked about Sam Darnold in that previous game. So maybe use him instead of Josh Allen. But Josh Allen, not from a talent standpoint, in a raw point, he's going to get you there probably because he can run the ball, he can pass the ball, he can slang it and do whatever. But just the ownership, right? Again, in this DFS landscape, Josh Allen's probably going to be highly owned. Steph Diggs, love him as well. Target monster, gobbles up everything in short area spaces, makes moves, makes cuts. Love Steph Diggs. And then the running backs, Singletary and Moss, also very usable pieces for the folks trying to play some Buffalo Bills action on this one. From the betting side, love the over in this one, the 48. It's too low. The game's going to go over that total. I think a lot of people have the misguided notion that this is the old Steelers from my youth, and then maybe even a generation before that. From a defensive standpoint, even though they gave TJ Watt all the money, I don't see this as being a slugfest up in Orchard Park. People are going to be jumping through tables. People are going to be doing, Bills Mafia. Shout out to, I got a couple people I know that are in Bills Mafia. Shout out to those guys. It would be good to have those fans back up in upstate New York. Let's get after it. I think Buffalo actually covers a 6, and the total of 48 goes over. As I mentioned, it's Sunday Sugar. We're going to give you a little bit of sugar in our coffee. We're going to give a little bit of sugar in it. Let's get a game. Probably not fun to watch. But again, if you want to make a little bit of cash, a little bit of scratch, Jacksonville traveling to Houston, man, me being here in Michigan, having to watch the Lions is problematic enough, right? So we know the Lions are probably poised for a bad year this year. You factor in the fact that they're probably the only team in the league that's going to be worse than them is the team I'm talking about here. Houston Texans, the mess with Deshaun Watson, we won't get into that. They're bad. Houston's really bad. And they're hosting Jacksonville. From a DFS perspective, I don't even want Houston pieces. I'm not running it back with any, David Johnson, Cooks. No, I don't even want that. You can do that if you want. I don't care. I'm focused on the Jacksonville pieces. Trevor Lawrence, sort of the next best thing. We've been talking about this kid for 4 years. We knew he was a stud as a freshman at Clemson. I'm not a big Clemson fan. The kid's got ultimate talent. This is the Andrew Luck, Peyton Manning, sort of can't miss kind of prospect. Got the hair, the whole nine. Trevor Lawrence, very underpriced. There'll be matchups where he's not so great, but this ain't going to be one. I like Trevor Lawrence. I like DJ Shark. I like Laviska Shenault. I like Marvin Jones. I like James Robinson. I like the whole Jacksonville offense. Uncle Urban Meyer bringing some of those college concepts into the pros, trying to make Trevor Lawrence. I mean, he was playing around in the preseason like, I'm not going to start Trevor Lawrence. What are you talking about? Get out of here, Uncle Urban. We knew you were going to start him all the way. So give me Trevor Lawrence. Give me all those Jacksonville pieces. They're going to be low owned. I saw some ownership projections on Trevor Lawrence for DK at like 4%. Are you kidding me? Against a trash Houston Texans all day long. Give me the Jags. You're not going to be able to use the Jags all that often this year. Let me tell you, when they have the reverse matchup in Jacksonville and Houston goes to Jacksonville, that's probably another time to use them. This is a time to use Jacksonville. You're going to be different than the field if you use a stack of Jacksonville, I feel like. So use Jacksonville. The total of 46, little sketchy on. I mean, I think a lot of the scoring comes from the Jacksonville side. I'm not sure how Houston's going to get a lot of points on the board, but that's just me. So I would stay away from the total, but definitely like Jacksonville with the field goal. So again, Cleveland, KC, Jets, Carolina, Pittsburgh, Buffalo. Those were the games we went over, and then we gave you the Sunday Sugar with a little Jacksonville and Houston. With that being said, anyone with any questions? I'm seeing a few people in here. I don't see any questions. It's week one. We're we're moving around. We're shaking. Looking to see if anybody has any quick questions. Because if not, I'm gonna close up shop. Go start building lineups, baby. I'll keep it open for just a second more. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, nope. I'm not seeing any chat. So, hey, maybe people will watch this and then build your lineups. You only got till 1 o'clock in the East. That's, let me do my math. 2.5 hours. You only got till 1 o'clock in the East. Get your lineup set. So hopefully I provided you some content. Hopefully I provided you some love. If you have questions, you know how to get at me. This was Quick Hitter. Every Sunday we're going to be in here. Every Sunday we're going to be on YouTube. Sunday Sugar, DFS, betting, 3 games, go through, answer your questions, go through all the rigmarole. I appreciate you watching the show. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff there in YouTube. Like, subscribe, give a follow, send it to your friends. We're doing stuff out here. Again, ZillaSportsNetwork.com on the web, at Zilla Sportsnet on Twitter, and Zilla Sports Network over on Instagram. We're there. We're out here. Again, $9.99 a month for gets you the access behind the scenes. Let's go Broncos. Let's go KC, right? Let's go Carolina. And let's have a good time. NFL is back, folks. Enjoy your Sunday. Be easy. It's your host, Spartanzilla. Take care.